best way to see the Paris is just take a bus tour. Well, as such, there are a number of operators, but we have chosen this open tour. Of the 4 sections available, we have chosen Blue Line Tour. The tour bus starts from Rue Opera, comes to Museum Louvre, then crosses the Seine River, goes over to Museum Orsay on the left side, then again cross the river to come to Place Concorde and take a round, and goes over to Avenue des Champs and then see the Arc de Triomphe, goes round the Arc de Triomphe and come down to Trocadero, goes around number of museums, comes down to Seine Riverside and then crosses over to the Eiffel Tower, goes around Eiffel Tower, comes to Military Museum and then Army Museum and then comes to Hotel des Invalides and then goes to Winston Churchill Avenue and then the last point, La Madeleine, Roman Catholic Church. We are boarding the bus from this smaller Arc de Triomphe in front of Louvre Museum. This is the Arch de Triomphe du Carrousel, built around 1808. The top of the arch is a triumphal chariot. This serves as a gateway of the Tuileries Palace. This is the entrance of the Museum Louvre from the Seine Riverside. This is the Museum Louvre. This is world's largest art museum and historic monument in Paris. It was originally a fortress built by French King Philip in 12th century, intended to reinforce the defense to protect Paris from the attack via Seine River. This Denon wing has sculptures of Michelangelo and Canova from European regions. This wing at the center is Sully wing. This contains antiquities from Roman, Greek, Egyptian and Near Eastern regions. The left side wing is Richelieu. This contains sculptures, paintings and decorative arts from 17th to 19th century, featuring French sculptors. We are now exiting Museum Louvre to cross the Seine River. Here on the bank of the river, we see a statue of La Seine on both the sides of the bridge. And everyone is different. As we cross the bridge, we see the other 2 statues on the other bank of the river. The statues represent the city of Paris. This is the Museum d'Orsay, situated on the left side of the road. This structure was built around 1900. The museum has a wide range of magnificent French art, paintings, sculptures, furnitures and photographs. Now we are going on the banks of Seine River. You can see a lot of tourist sightseeing boats. Now on the left side is a National Assembly with Senate. This is the Parliament of the Fifth French Republic. Now we are going to the Concorde Place. It is one of the major public squares in Paris. It was the site of many notable public executions, including King Louis during the French Revolution. This is the statue of King Louis in front of Egyptian tall pillar obelisk. There are two beautiful fountains on both the sides of obelisk. The north fountain represents rivers of France, and the south fountain represents Atlantic and Mediterranean oceans. Now we are entering Champs-Élysées Avenue. This is the most fashionable street in Paris, full of beautiful buildings, hotels, restaurants, boutiques and shops. All over the stretch there are shopping arcades full of beauty products. Every Paris girl loves to shop. Now I see the Arc de Triomphe at a very short distance. This avenue has a line of uniformly planted trees on both the sides, all over its stretch. This is the famous Louis Vuitton chic boutique. This structure was built in 1830 to honor those who fought and died for France in the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic War. All the names of the French victories and generals are inscribed on its inner and outer surfaces. The reliefs sculpted on arch represent important moments of the French Revolution and of the Napoleonic era. This is the statue of George Washington marching in De Lena Circle. Aix Noches is a place where you can take the tour of Seine River. This is a Russian Orthodox church or a cathedral of Holy Trinity. There is also an exhibition center in the complex. We are going round the Eiffel Tower. I am going to cover Eiffel Tower in my next video. This is the Museum La Liberation located at Hotel des Invalides. It has 3 sections: France Gallery, second for the Resistance, and the third for the Hall of Honor. This is the Army Museum. It houses the largest collection of antique armors and the arms in the world. This is the Grand Palace as historic site, exhibition hall and a museum. There are 2 monumental sculptures of chariot with 4 horses on the roof of the building. These are the 4 gilded statues with the Pegasus on the pillars of Pont Alexander Bridge over Seine River. This is Petit Palace Museum. This museum houses some 1300 works of arts, antiquity, decorative ceilings, and colorful murals. This is a monumental fountain located near Luxembourg Garden with the sculptures of 4 female figures as allegories, dancing around, supporting a celestial sphere to represent 4 parts of the world: Europe and Asia with a long hairbread, America with feather, and Africa with broken chain around ankle as a symbol of abolition of slavery. This is the bronze statue of Marshal Ney, who eventually became a commander who fought the French Revolutionary Wars and the Napoleonic Wars. This is a statue of lion as a symbol of heroic French resistance during siege of Belfort during Franco-Prussian War, in which France lost. But this area bordering between Germany and France still remained French, which in part was due to their courage and determination.